Hey everyone, welcome to another edition of Marketing Press TV. Today we're going to talk Google Analytics and what analytics are important for you as a site owner. Hey, I'm Greg Taylor, founder of Marketing Press. Here's Scott Yacko from VUURR.
Yeah,
Scott
Yacko from VUURR.
And Scott's one of the foremost experts in Google Analytics and double-click search. And we're here in San Francisco in his office out of Mighty Hive in Soma. And I thought it would be, since I had access to Scott here, it'd be a good opportunity for him to talk a little bit about what analytics are important for most site owners and how to measure things. So.
Okay. So understanding analytics is all about understanding what your business goals are and then translating those into something that you can measure. So you need to figure out what's most important to you. Like if you own a site and you're trying to get someone to fill a lead form out, being able to measure the number of leads. And then not just counting those leads, but if you spend any money on advertising or you spend money driving traffic to it, there's like a cost per lead. And you also want to capture that at the same time.
So for somebody who's just launching a new site, what's more important? People always get hung up in the semantics and this or that. Everybody always wants to have the most traffic ever, but new visitors, of course, is important.
Yep.
Then page views.
Yeah, I look at things like, in terms of engagement on your site, you can look at things like pages per session. So when someone visits your site, do they just read one page and go somewhere else on the internet, or do they kind of stick around and read what you have? It indicates how compelling your content is, I think.
How do you feel about bounce rate? Because a lot of marketers are like, my bounce rate's too high, my bounce rate is too high, and I always thought it's kind of one of those stats that kind of like a vanity metric almost, because who's to say that I'm not doing everything else right, and they're coming and consuming the content that they need, then being done.
Yeah, it is sort of a vanity metric. You have to think about what bounce rate means, and obviously if you're a one-page site, you expect your bounce rate to be really high.
Sure.
And then it really depends on where people are landing on your site naturally. They might not
What's
be
the
landing
entrance
on the page.
path?
Yeah, what's the entrance path? And if that makes sense. Ultimately, your business goals, like if you're trying to get to a certain amount of traffic or an engagement goal, like time on site or something like that's more important than a bounce rate.
Yeah, I agree. So for the new site owner, 3 key things that they'd have to look at, you think, to measure growth in for a healthy launch or a healthy site, healthy web presence?
Sure. So I look at traffic overall, how your traffic trends throughout, day to day. You're probably going to have some kind of weekly cycle to that, where it's bigger on the weekends or when you publish content or something like that. You want to keep in mind. But kind of week to week, month to month, visitor growth. Percent of those visitors being new visitors. So are you just showing the same new content to people who already know about you,
right,
or are you growing an audience? And then the last thing, I would probably look at engagement of some kind if you've got a lot of content on your site, and I'd probably look at pages per session and are they really kind of going a lot of places on your site looking for information? Are they reading a lot, or are they just kind of finding the one thing they're looking for and leaving?
Perfect. And of course the biggest thing is when you launch a site, make sure you have analytics.
That's true. Analytics installed. Also set up goals. Don't just install analytics.
It's kind of a moot point. All this
JavaScript.
conversation is a moot point if you don't have analytics set up. So set it up.
Set it up.
All right, everyone. Thanks for watching. Scott, thanks
Thank you
for doing this. You can contact Scott at VUURR.com, VUURR.com, or at Scott M. Yacko on Twitter.
Yep. Correct.
And so thanks for watching. Feel free to share this on your favorite social network. Leave a comment and subscribe to the Marketing Press YouTube channel, marketingpress.com/YouTube. Thanks.